Morning. I finally got some sleep. Probably keep doping myself up. My husband called and woke me up. Reminded me that I gotta pick him up. He's gotta leave his big truck because they got a lot to do. So somebody else is gonna have to drive for him tomorrow. But I had just an hour earlier fell asleep, and that's what I want to talk about. I'm real good at escaping. A regular Houdini. I'm a Pisces. Sun, Mercury, and Venus. So, sometimes when I'm asleep, I escape and I travel to places. This morning, I traveled to a place that I remember that is a peaceful place. I'm going to tell you about that place. It's August 24th, 1997. It's the end of summer, and the fair has come to town. I always loved when the fair came to town, but I always hated it too because usually the Monday after fair week, we would go back to school. And I hated school. But I loved Fair Week. The smells of the foods and the farm animals and the carnies. I love carnies. I love games, and I still love to ride the rides. This one week, when I went, I think my daughter was she was 3. So maybe it was 1998. She was 4. And my son was 7. And she was finally old enough to ride the rides with him. And it was so cute. We put him in the little hot rods. They go round and round, and they can beep they can honk the little horns. And we had a wagon, one of those cargo radio flyers, and we toted them around the fair and that. Saw the animals and took them to see the big tractors, the big combines. I'll tell you a little side story. I'm rotten. I probably shouldn't have done this. But I like to pull pranks on people, and I like to make people laugh, and sometimes I like to scare the shit out of them. So we was on our way to town one night. It's fall, October. It's dusk. The moon is hanging low, possibly a harvest moon, or a harvest moon coming. And it's dark, but you can make out shapes, you know what I mean? A bird just almost flew in our window. Did you see that shadow? I got my window open, and I don't have a screen in it. I don't like screens. So anyway, there was a combine in the field, and it had these lights on it. It made it look like a flying saucer. And it's mean. I know now it's mean, but my son was like, I told you, like 7 years old. And I was like, oh my God, Dylan. Oh my God. Look over there in that field. It's a flying saucer. It's landed in the field. Oh my God, Dylan. Oh my God. He was so afraid. And then later in life, he told me he had some experiences as a kid with beings he thought were aliens. I don't know. I can't judge that. I've had some pretty crazy experiences myself. And I still, to this day, maintain the fact that I was sane and sober and had a clear mind when I experienced these things. Not always. I experience things when I'm high as well. So let's go back to the fair. We're on the Ferris wheel. You can see the whole fair. It's great. We go home and it's just before dusk. And you can hear the peacefulness in the air. You can smell the warm, dry stalks of corn, and you can smell the crab apples because they're warm and they're putting off a smell. And you can hear the corn stalks rubbing against each other, the dry corn stalks, and you can hear the tall, dry, dying grasses. And you can hear the crickets. They got this real low hum in the evening. You know, in the countryside. It's like that here too in Texas. In the evening, you can hear the crickets, the low hum of the crickets. And you can smell it. It kind of smells earthy, and you get a sense that there's an end of something. September's almost here, right? And there's this end. You feel this end. And you don't really know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. It's kind of like a nostalgic feeling. And I love nostalgia. So anyway, earlier when I was asleep, damn it, I'm drooling. I've had so much clove oil and Orajel that my mouth should forever be numb. And I was sleeping so good, and I was just floating in the countryside. I really could smell and hear and feel all of these things that I once did in that time, in that place. It still exists. The day, we are told, turns to the next, and the day before is gone forever. That's a lie. Because I just went back. I was there. It was real. It was real. I only ate this much of an edible to help me relax. See, I took a bite out of it. It was twice that big. But when I make an edible, When I make an edible, I make an edible. Mine are not firecrackers, they're fire bombs. I mean, just look at me. But what I'm telling you is true. And I was sleeping really good. And I could punch my husband in the nose for that. But I won't. Because he didn't know. I mean, I've been up and down for days. Yesterday was another horrible day like it was last week. I don't know, Sundays must just be horrible for me. I was born on a Sunday. I died on that Sunday, too. Right before they brought me back again. I want to say that I appreciate all of you. I know that y'all are sending me strength, and y'all are sending me healing, and y'all are sending me peace, and some of you are hugging me, and some of you have held me. I feel you, and I know. I know because I'm a part of you, and you're a part of me. With or without YouTube, we always were. You just gotta get to that place. If you haven't had these experiences, you can get there. It's in you. Pure, innocent intentions. Breaking curses. Long curses and spells. Undoing the spells and the spellings and re-spelling the spells with pure love that comes from innocence. You're told that you're no longer innocent. That is a lie. Because if you can send me that kind of love and healing, it came from a pure place of innocence and love. Thanks. Because my pain's at a minimum right at this moment. And I know it's not because of the Tylenol or the Aleve or the Benadryl or the edible. Of course not the edible, because it actually makes my jaw throb if I eat it when I'm in pain for my teeth. Now it does help the pain in my back, and I've been using it like this for about a year. But it doesn't help teeth pain. Hardly nothing helps teeth pain. And I know some of y'all know that. And you know how ugly it can be when the pain starts getting into your bone. It's an ugly place. It's an ugly place that if death came along, I wouldn't even fight it. I'd go. In that moment, I think. But I'm just saying. Thank you for helping me to be strong. I just wanted to tell you that little story and let you know that I'm okay in this moment. And I'm in appreciation that I have the best subscribers, the best friends, the best kin, my soul family. You're my family, and I love you.